Ladies and gents, welcome into our second of our doubleheader here. Day 9 for the FIFA World Cup finals. Friday over there in the US, Saturday lunchtime here in Australia. This one is going to be interesting. As an Australian fan, I'm going to keep an eye on this one here. TÜRKİYE and Paraguay, Group D action. After we saw the US go through this morning after a dominant display over Australia. They lead the group with 6 points. Australia on 3. These two sides yet to pick up a point after both losing their opening matches. Let's go to the lineup. For TÜRKİYE, it is Çakır in goal, Feri Karaoglu the left back, Mudu the right back, Demiral and Barachi at the heart of the defence, Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Yusek in midfield. It's Kenan Yıldız from the left, Arkun from the right, Arda Güler plays behind Artukoglu up top. We got a referee's there on screen, but let's come to the Paraguayan side. It is Gil in goal, Alonso the left back, Cáceres the right back. It is Gomez and Alderete at the heart of the fence, Diego Gomez on the right, Miguel Almiron on the left. It's Galaza and Cubas in midfield, and Ciso will be supporting Pita up top. TÜRKİYE undoubtedly the stronger of the two sides, but were very, very disappointing versus Australia in match day 1 and look to bounce back and be able to create a little bit more. That's where the starter Kenan Yıldız into the game, I think, will be a massive improvement for them. Arda Güler tried his best versus Australia in the number 10, and Karim Artukoglu will not have to deal with 3 6'6" giants at the back in this one here. Paraguay obviously conceding 4 versus the US, but have a very solid back line. I think that will be their key yet again in this game here. Galaza, Cubas in midfield have to control the pace of the game. Then the creativity of Diego Gomez, Miguel Almiron, Julio Enciso, and Isidro Pita up front. Ramon Sosa, Antonio Sanabria, Mauricio on the bench for Paraguay are going to be major options. Great turnout here for these two nations. And a beautiful facility in the US. San Francisco has never looked so beautiful. Sun setting here. It would have been a very, very exciting Friday of football action here in America. A loss wouldn't be the end of the tournament for neither side, but wouldn't be ideal. A draw, probably no one wins from that one there. A win, however, and whoever wins this game will go equal on points with Australia and close to getting that top 2 spot. Paraguay play Australia in the final day. TÜRKİYE play the United States, who are already through. We are ready to go here in San Francisco. It'll be TÜRKİYE to get us kicked off. We are underway here in San Francisco. Arda Güler and TÜRKİYE has kicked off. They're kicking from left to right in their change white strip. Also the change strip for Paraguay, kicking from right to left. Sun setting here. What has been a fantastic day for football in America. United States getting that 2-0 victory over Australia in the first kickoff. We watched the second game as Scotland failed to get the better of Morocco. Morocco winning 1-0. Look at the TÜRKİYE fans. Fantastic. The most recent game, Brazil, 3-0 victors in that game there versus Haiti. Haiti out of the tournament now. Brazil got equal top with Morocco. And this final game, TÜRKİYE and Paraguay, a must-win, you feel, for both these two sides. But only one winner can come from this one here in the Bay Area. Kenan Yıldız. Cáceres getting forward, getting his foot in. Hakan Çalhanoğlu will be the dictator from deep. Look to possess and absorb some of the Paraguay press and create from that deep line position. Paraguay come away with it. Julio Enciso. Early chance. Oh, what a goal! It's an absolute worldie! And it's Galaza from outside the box. And Paraguay have liftoff inside of 2 minutes. And Matias Galaza drills it in the bottom right-hand corner. And it's perfection from Paraguay at the start of this one. into the starting 11, and what an impact to do so. It was a loose ball. It was picked up by Julio Enciso. That flicked it around the corner. And Galaza said, over pop. Oh. And he picks out the bottom right-hand corner to perfection. The perfect start for Paraguay. It's nightmare for TÜRKİYE. And in a day they had to respond after a quite embarrassing performance with the United States, Paraguay are in the ascendancy. Talk about a perfect start. And those TÜRKİYE fans are silenced early on. The two games we've watched today have had 2 goals scored, both coming inside of a minute and a half. Galaza, beautiful. Just beautiful for me. And TÜRKİYE have to respond again. Mulder. Arda Güler dropping in deep. Just the ability for them to pounce on that loose ball and be so precise in early moments. Kenan Yildiz gives it away. Julio Enciso once again, he was the facilitator for that opening goal. The Paraguay players hunting for second balls. Yildiz, great challenge in there by Gomez. And the seconds also. It's all kicking off in midfield. Challenge is flying in. That's poor from Galaza. He picks up a yellow card to score in the first goal. Needs to be careful here. This one has a lot of feeling early on. And everyone is up in the ref's face. When Leighton took out Akgun. This is going to be nasty, you feel. That might be have a check for red card here. The referee is going, talking to Gomez and Hakan Çalhanoğlu and saying, let's just calm the troops down. 4 minutes in. Another 86 to go. Let's just take it down a notch here. Galaza went flying in, but before that there was challenges aplenty. This is a chance for TÜRKİYE just to find their breath after what has been an incredible start to this game. Paraguay early on have enforced the issue. Putting a foot in and letting the TÜRKİYE side know that they're here to play. It was Gomez and Cáceres. Almiron went in there. Kubas as well. There were just tackles flying left, right and centre. There is Miguel Almiron. Flicked on by Pizza. So Pizza and Enciso will operate together up top. Galaza has to be careful here on a yellow card, the goal scorer. Another tackle went flying in. Diego Gomez that time. Kubas. Now with Gomez. That's a late challenge there as well. Miguel Almiron goes down. There is a lot of feeling here in this one. Ismail Yusek. So skipper Gustavo Gomez goes along. Arda Güler. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Another tackle flying, and this time by Diego Gomez. Almiron trying to work his way through, but Ferdi Kagoglu's there. Was the stand-up for TÜRKİYE versus Australia. I think him and Arda were the real two players trying to make things tick for the TÜRKİYE side. Obviously, without a major centre forward, they struggled against the three massive Australian centre-halves. Adi Souza, Cameron Burgess and Alessandro Ciccati. But a chance here to just everyone calm it down. Bit of possession for TÜRKİYE. Akgun there. He was taken out by Galaza. Looking fine to continue though. Kadioglu, his first time touch around the corner. Well closed down by Cáceres. And leaves a foot on him. And I think the referee's going to have to hold a very high bar here to give yellow cards. Otherwise, I think all 22 out there might pick up a yellow at some point. Here is Demiral. Chance here for TÜRKİYE. Ball put in the box. Cáceres away. Great pressing from Julio Enciso. Forces the long ball. And Gustavo Gomez comfortably there heading away. They come down the left-hand side again here. Paraguay. Galaza, the goal scorer. Mulder has to do the defensive work. Demiral gets it away. Once they get on transition, TÜRKİYE looking vulnerable, as they were to Australia last week. Demiral obviously applying his trade in Saudi Arabia. Long throw put in, dangerous area. And Enciso was available for seconds, but great footwork to get away from trouble here. And here comes TÜRKİYE on the counter-attack. Kenan Yildiz is the out ball. The Juventus man getting his head down and getting behind Paraguay here. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Mulder. Artagule on the edge of the area. Alonso going touch tight to him. Crossfield pass to the star boy. Here is Kenan Yildiz. Wants to chop inside on that right foot. Goes on the left, but Cáceres in the way. TÜRKİYE fans find their voice. Kadioglu's a bit of a push on Cáceres. And the referee's having a talking to. Miguel Almiron coming across for a bit of a chat as well. Well, that's a bit of malarkey from Cáceres. No need for that for Cáceres to slow the game down. We're going to get cards aplenty, I feel like, in this one. Yildiz, Kadioglu. Cáceres with him. And wins a throw for Paraguay. Paraguayan side, we play from all over the planet, playing in different leagues around the world. Likes of MLS players, Galaza, Cubas, and Miguel Almiron will be used to these sort of conditions. Gustavo Gomez with Palmeiras. Omar Dorete, Diego Gomez, Julio Enciso, all used to time in the Premier League. A couple of players playing at home in Gil and Alonso. Parachi heads away. Julio Enciso finding Cáceres to the boos and whistles. Ball whipped in. Dealt with by Mulder. Coming together there. Rash shot. Gomez. Even more rash. Let's head it up into one of the deeper rows there behind the goal. Here is Gustavo Alfaro, the Paraguayan manager. His team has made a perfect response after the demolition at the hands of the United States 4-1 in their first game of the tournament. A Galaza goal inside 2 minutes. Lovely finish from outside the box from him. Kadioglu, Yildiz. He's a player that started on fire for Juventus in the previous campaign and just cooled off as the season came to an end. He's Mulder. A couple of Serie A players on this side, Hakan Çalhanoğlu as well. And a large amount for Galatasaray and Fenerbahce as well. Here's the Real Madrid man, Artagule. Barachi. Kenan Yildiz chopping inside. Yüksek wide for Mulder. First time touch back to Arda Güler, who the ball will go through all day long. He is absolutely the player they look to. Kenan Yildiz. A give and go with Ferdi Kadioglu. Edge of the area for Arda Güler. Crowded out. Diego Gomez comes away with it. And here comes a Paraguayan counter-attack. He finds Julio Enciso. Great work defensively. Demiral. And Mulder getting back. Alonso. Enciso. And how to play. My Mulder. Turkey is so vulnerable to the counter. Julio Enciso showing that there. Back here with the keeper, Gil. Left to the middle of the park. Well dealt with there, defensive by Demiral. Alonso around the corner for Galaza. Now Enciso on the turn. Enciso away from 2 and 3 challenges. Now look, pass was a little bit cocky there. And here come Turkey the other way. Artukoglu. Got the backline backpedaling. Ball in, not fully dealt with by Cáceres. It's there, Güler. Hit it first time, but didn't hit it cleanly. And got it over the crossbar. We have got an open game in our hands. That's what Turkey want to do. Play quickly and play to feet. This cutback from Artukoglu. Really good to find Arda Güler. But just had to keep his head over it and keep on top of that ball. Hit the back of the net, but wasn't able to do so. Oh, taking too long, Gil. It'll be a Turkey corner kick. This is that new rule in action. Can't take more than 5 seconds over the dead ball. A Turkey corner from Arda Güler. From Gil taking too long. Turkey attacking that goal where the majority of the Paraguayan fans are. This referee is going to be a very busy chap today. Chat with Omar Dorete, a chat with Cáceres, chat with Demiral as well. It is spicy, this one. Güler, left-footed in-swinger to come from Arda Güler. Good delivery. Dealt with Omar Dorete. Had it cleared by Enciso. Picked up, though, now by Ferdi Kadioglu. And Turkey have to go back to go forward. Shakir, goal. Crossfield ping. Looking for Artukoglu. Kenan Yildiz fighting. Kenan Yildiz away. Kenan Yildiz shot blocked. Pitta running in behind. Flag is up. I am coughing away. Turkey, not the team to have when you got a slightly itchy throat. Get the pronunciations spot on. You're going to have to put yourself through some pain. Here they go, Turkey. Damn it out. Not good. Dangerous ball into a passage there. Long ball, Peter looks to hold the ball up, but miscontrolling that one there. Turkey looking to respond here with Kachi. Now with Demiral. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Looking into Milan midfielder producer. It's a poor touch from Kenan Yildiz, and away comes Paraguay Pizza. Just a very, very lackadaisical touch. It's not the game for that. The tempo and the intensity is through the roof right now. Kadioglu. Parachi. Yusek. Türkiye working now from left to right. Great speed and tempo to Türkiye's attack. They're going to find a way once again to break down a low block. It was Australia last week. It is Paraguay this week. That's the importance of not conceding the first goal. This we get to face against most sides if you concede first, and have to do a lot of work here versus that 4-4-2 of Paraguay. Demiral. But I've seen much more intensity and tempo to their play this week, what we didn't see last week versus Australia. Türkiye on the left here with Kenan Yildiz. Fans finding superb voice. That's a great ball in behind. Ferdi Kadioglu. Cut back, blocked away. It's going to be a corner kick. Gustavo Gomez not happy at all with the call. So Hakan Çalhanoğlu is going to take this corner kick. Ball whipped in near post area. Gustavo Gomez away. Second ball winding in the edge of the area by Galaza. Great challenge from Arda Güler, keeping Paraguay pinned in for the time being. Arda Bandurova. Miguel Almiron, the manager, ain't happy at all. So Arda Güler. Here is the stat there. 75% possession in favour of Türkiye. After scoring that goal, Paraguay have sat in, and Türkiye have had a lot of the football. Yildiz, Kadioglu. It's just behind Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And once again, Paraguay look to break here. And Enciso. Galaza. Another long searching ball. And Enciso can't go and take that under his spell. Akun. Çalhanoğlu's been nicked there. Referee's at play. Clearance from Gomez coming off the goal scorer Galaza. Paraguay, I like the shape in the defensive structure, but they need to make sure they don't sit in too deep and encourage too much Türkiye pressure on top of them. Otherwise, they will feel the effects. Castros gets a toe in on Kenan Yildiz's second touch and puts that out of play for the Türkiye throw on that left-hand channel on the far side of the ground. Promising run here. Kenan Yildiz wants to go to the bar line and cut that ball back, and it takes a nick. Corner kick off Cáceres. Türkiye's chance here from a corner kick. So Hakan Çalhanoğlu to take it. Chance here for Türkiye to draw level. Çalhanoğlu. Gil comes out and punches well. Arda Güler. Arda Çalhanoğlu. Ball dealt with. Çalhanoğlu. Well closed down by Diego Gomez. Paraguay holding strong in this rear guard. Important flying header from Cáceres. Important few minutes here as we approach that quarter-time interval. Türkiye on the front foot and have lived in the Paraguay half here. Kenan Yildiz. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Likes it from long range. Yusek. Mulder left it short of Arda Güler. Galaza comes the other way. That's a great ball around the corner for Pizza. Paraguay got numbers in the counter-attack. Such a wasteful ball from Pizza. So many options. Enciso was in the channel. Gomez was the far side, but he picked out neither. Almost had too many options for his own liking. So here they come the other way. Kenan Yildiz. Caceres draped all over him. Then a quite silly push in the back on Kenan Yildiz and gifting TÜRKİYE a free kick. In the final third, that's just silly. Stupid push in the back. That's not needed from Caceres. Helps absolutely no one in his side. So Hakan Çalhanoğlu will take a keen interest in this one here. One of the best dead ball players in world football. You watch Inter Milan, you know what he's all about. So you've watched football the last 10 years, you know what he's all about. One of the most deadly deliverers of a football. Dangerous from outside the box. This is where he flourishes. Çalhanoğlu took a nick on his delivery in by Diego Gomez and had a play for a TÜRKİYE corner kick, ticking into the 23rd minute now. In swinger by Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Again dealt with, this time by Gustavo Gomez. Out of the Goulet. Having to backtrack. Find Kaçı in goal. Kenan Yildiz in a little pocket here. Chance to turn. Great challenge flying in though. They've given it away. They hyped the pitch here. Kubas, after all the hard work of winning the ball, went and lost it. Mulder. Had gone into Çalhanoğlu. TÜRKİYE shifting the ball from side to side, hoping to try and catch out this Paraguay side. Nice little give and go there. Ball in, it's Danger overhit. Mulder back post. Looking for Koglu in the box, but another great defensive header from this time Omar Alderete. Paraguay just holding off for the time being. Arda Güler took that one on. It was quite adventurous from him. TÜRKİYE continued to come here. Akun. Paraguay continue to sit in their shape. A 4-3-3 now. At times it's 4-4-2. At times it's 4-3-3. Really strong. A bit of slide left and right and keep the onslaught of TÜRKİYE attacks at bay. Çalhanoğlu. This is eerily familiar for TÜRKİYE. Just shy of a week ago where Australia scored first and sat in and soaked all the pressure out of a very, very important matchup between TÜRKİYE and the Australian side. Demiral, crossfield ping. Kenan Yildiz takes under his spell. Barachi. Arda Güler. So got support on the outside in Mulder, but didn't use him. Went back to Demiral. Arda. Mulder. Looked for the return pass, and in the end, put a play by Kubas, and that is time for our quarter-time interval. 25 minutes gone. It is Galaz's goal. Almost straight away from kickoff. Inside 2 minutes, he scored a long-range, low-driven effort. TÜRKİYE have responded, but yet to find the goal. 1-0 in favour of Paraguay as we break for the first time this matchup here. Okay, guys, we are back for the second period of this first half. I needed a break after that breathless start to this matchup. Galaz's opening goal straight away, and then it all kicked off with a lot of fighty challenges, and then TÜRKİYE took over and just went attack after attack after attack. But as it currently stands, it is that Galaz goal that's the difference between the two sides. Paraguay lead 1-0. TÜRKİYE, in front of a large proportion of Turkey fans here in San Francisco, will want to respond. But they're faced with a very, very similar predicament to what they saw just shy of a week ago, where Australia took the lead early and sat in a very, very robust rear guard, and no one could break it down. But here we go. Mulder gets back on the way with the throw. Turkey are continuing their onslaught of the Paraguay goal. Turkey continue to press as we approach the half-hour mark. Kenan Yildiz, Cáceres defending him and putting it behind for a corner kick. Another one for Turkey. Fifth of the game so far for them. A lot of the attacking work, a lot of the onus has been on them, though, to do the attacking work after conceding so early. Paraguay have been feisty defensively. Calhanoglu, great whip on that one. Head away by Gustavo Gomez. Recycled back in acrobatically by Kenan Yildiz, but lacked the real power to cause much of a problem for Gil in goal. That's a long ball, flicked header from Enciso. Galaz couldn't take that ball under control after it arrived to him very quickly. Great crossfield path. That is perfect to Mulder, who takes it down with his chest. And then Galaz is tripped in there. And look, he's on a yellow. Has to be careful. I think he'll be substituted at the halftime interval, despite his goal, because he is walking a tightrope on that yellow card. And Ciso and Miguel Almiron here having to be careful with this Guler free kick. That took a nick. And offside in the end against Demirel. Paraguay get the free kick. Couple of boos for the TÜRKİYE fans for Gil. He's already been penalised for taking too long over a kick. The referee is on his back about it as well. I like this. No nonsense from the referee. Ivan Barton in charge today. It's probably given the worst game of the tournament so far, because these two are going to be going at it, whether it be bickering, tackles, or exploiting the rules all game long. Ball around the corner. Kadioglu. Yusek gets away from the initial challenge. Feeds in Kenan Yildiz. Cáceres flying in. Given away, though. Here's a chance for TÜRKİYE. Great challenge from Cáceres. Getting into the back and winning that ball. I think it was Artekoglu there. It just took a little bit too long. The Turkish centre forward. Actually, it was Yusek continuing his run. Getting that driving run into the box. Long ball for Pizza. And able to win that header duel with Bardacci. Calhanoglu brought to ground by Pizza. He's had little to do in this game, considering how much defensive action the Paraguay side have had to have. Less than a quarter of an hour to go. Look at that match momentum. Outside of the goal, it has all been in the favour of TÜRKİYE. Paraguay have got their goal, and they're going to happy to hold it. Calhanoglu, as the TÜRKİYE chant rings around the San Francisco Stadium. Here's the Inter Milan central midfielder. Demirel. Works it to Akgun on the right-hand side. TÜRKİYE trying to keep the ball moving and humming. Great defensive work, though, by Paraguay. And Galaz is brought to ground by Mulder. Paraguay bench all holding up the card action. They want a card for the fullback, but nothing is doing there. Big few moments here for TÜRKİYE. It's a great long lofted ball, but Kachi is there to claim. Miguel Almiron trying to make that run in behind. Kachi releases Ferdi Kadioglu's a very forward-thinking runner, and he takes it on. He takes the space, feeds in Kenan Yildiz, but Gustavo Gomez sliding in and doing well. Skippers won every single duel, it feels like today. TÜRKİYE continue to come, though. Here's Demiral. Arda Güler taking a little bit of a further forward position there. Brought down by Diego Gomez, who's played a much more defensive position today. And Demiral getting into Galaza. As Arda Güler is not happy with how he was blocking the free kick. TÜRKİYE go again here. Another set piece. Galaza needs to be careful. On the yellow card, will not do anything silly here. This is crucial for TÜRKİYE for this year of their football, because a loss here would just, I think, send the system into absolute spiral. Çalhanoğlu, great whip, headed effort, oh, off the upright, and off the crossbar as well by Mulder. Oh, inches away, TÜRKİYE from equalising. What a delivery from Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Mulder. Came off crossbar and upright, I think. He's onside. Meanwhile, the Reds playing everyone on. It's crossbar and a post. Oh. Killing goal and could do nothing about it. Great work to get in front of his defender. And they headed towards goal. Fantastic. The benches are cleared out. Alonso taking too long to get the throw back into play, so it'll be a Mulder throw. He's given the count. This one is feisty. That's taken a nick off the Paraguay player. Kept in play, though, so out for a throw. Demiral quickly. Paraguay are holding on for dear life here. Gustavo Alfaro want to get into the halftime interval with this one-goal lead. We saw Saudi Arabia do something very similar versus Uruguay, and they sat in, they absorbed a lot of pressure, but second half came around, and eventually the floodgates opened. They need to respond here soon, get some possession and get up the pitch. Kenan Yildiz, great first touch and take. Got Miguel Almiron keeping him company. Chop off to Ferdi Kadioglu. Little ball in the passage. It's Kenan Yildiz. And Alderete in the way. Mulder. Paraguayan players in the way. And can Uruguay get away? Paraguay get away here. Great breakaway chance. It's Galaza. Paraguay up the pitch. Enciso. Enciso turning. Great block. This game is mental. Now comes Çalhanoğlu. Oh, he left it for Güler. Picked up by Miguel Almiron. Enciso has got Cáceres on the outside. Cáceres! Oh, what a shot. Saved by Kachi. Güler gets them away. And a foul. And Kenan, this is absolutely bonkers. TÜRKİYE, the onslaught on the Paraguayan goal, the upright and the crossbar here, and then the biggest chance of the game goes the other end for Paraguay and Cáceres. I feel for the heart rate of these TÜRKİYE and Paraguay fans. This is absolutely mental. So Paraguay staff members picked up a yellow card. Gustavo Alfaro is incensed with the referee. This is this is a blockbuster. I feel for European fans that are probably barely keeping their eyes open, but this one is a classic. This is what World Cup's all about. The South Americans and the Europeans clashing. It's not any of the Europeans too, it's the TÜRKİYE side that are always up for it. Bardacci. Here's Kenan Yildiz. Miguel Almiron out to meet him. Yildiz into Artukoglu. He got that ball to stick. But Cáceres, he's been great today. Gets a foot in and clears it. Long ball for Enciso, who can chase it. He's onside. He was in his own half. Julio Enciso keeps his feet away from the first challenge. Finds Diego Gomez. Oh, great defensive challenge. You got the ball there from Yusek. And TÜRKİYE come the other way. Arkun. On the ball, looking for Artukoglu. Went to ground and then he's making a real meal of that. The referee is having none of it. He's telling the players, just play. No, Alderete wants a card for simulation, I think, here. Artukoglu remains on the ground. They're coming together with Gustavo Gomez. Oh, there's nothing in that at all. That's an embarrassment for Artukoglu. The TÜRKİYE manager doesn't want a piece of that. The assistants do, but this is the chance here, the counter-attack. Julio Enciso feeds in. Cáceres, he absolutely wellies it. But a great save from Kaçia in goal. TÜRKİYE have to be careful. If they can get a second in the first half here, you can almost say it's curtains. Because Paraguay will be able to defend a 2-goal lead. A 1-goal lead, though, is nervy times. But this game has just been breathless throughout. Great rear guard from Alderete and Gustavo Gomez. Cáceres has been fantastic into the challenges, and the goal from Galaza. Artukoglu giving a big to the Paraguay fans down there. Don't think he wants to do that. So Gil picks it up and get back underway here. 5 minutes plus, I reckon a truckload of stoppages to come. He'll have to wait the minute Artukoglu on the touchline. That is the new ruling. Diego Gomez, great move to drop the shoulder. Looking for Miguel Almiron, but great defensive rearguard action from Ferdi Kadıoğlu. Artukoglu back on. Alonso with a long throw. Looking for Pizza in there. Well headed away. Seconds will come though through Gustavo Gomez. He goes back to his keeper, Gil. So the boos and whistles on the TÜRKİYE fans. Pizza's better hold up play. But he was offside. Got to do better, the centre forward. Has probably been the weak link for Paraguay in this opening 45. Yes, not much to do, but has to do better. What a first 45 we've had. This has been a lot of fun. Bardacci into Demiral. The two TÜRKİYE centre-halves had a lot of the football, but they don't want to be hearing that. The TÜRKİYE fans, they want these forward players to have a lot of the ball. Arkun goes to the ground, no foul. Another way they come, Galaza, the goal scorer, Pizza. Great chance, Pizza. Pulls Muller to ground. They're back underway. Galaza and the referee having a talking to here. Cáceres again. Winning an aerial duel. Kenan Yildiz has been good, but Cáceres has won the duel today. Calhanoglu. Yusek. Mulder. Artukoglu. Drilling it into a space. I thought that was supposed to be left for Ferdi Kadıoğlu. But the touch took it back into the path of Gil, the Paraguayan goalkeeper. Floater forward. Calhanoglu deals with it. 7 attempts for TÜRKİYE, 4 for Paraguay. Most importantly, the big stat on the screen is 1-0 in favour of the Paraguayan side. Artukoglu getting a talking to from the referee. He's had to micromanage every 22 players on the pitch. Long throw. Looking for Julio and Enciso. Well read there. Paraguay come back again. Bardacci clears away as far as Diego Gomez, who's been so involved. The referee's been whacked by the ball there. Oh, poor giveaway from Gil. TÜRKİYE on the counter. Akun had to release it to Kenan Yildiz on the far left, who had a panic to run into. Enciso has Mulder for company. Skips away from him. Julio Enciso. Here's Diego Gomez of Brighton and of Albion. Alonso. Haven't seen much of him today. Damiral winning the header. Calhanoglu flicks it on. Second ball's there to be won. And they're coming together there between Kubas and Calhanoglu, and it's a foul in favour of Kubas. The TÜRKİYE captain not happy one bit. But we play quickly. Julio Enciso looking to run out this TÜRKİYE backline. Enciso. Great footwork. Enciso. Julio Enciso still. Enciso. Is it the chance? Dinks it. Well dealt with. Almiron away. Pitta flying in there. Goulet brought to ground by Kubas. It's happening everywhere. TÜRKİYE play quickly. Calhanoglu. And Cisse thought he could have a shot multiple times, but just kept going. And in the end, had no space to shoot. Just decided to dink it. Calhanoglu looked to tee up a shot. Calhanoglu well blocked away. Pitta goes to ground. He's going off the ball here, and the referee stopped proceedings, and Damiral's not happy. Calhanoglu isn't happy. It's going to get feisty here. The referee's lost his watch. Galas has picked up the referee's watch in all of this. This is mental. This is absolutely mental. Pitta back to his feet. I think TÜRKİYE want Pitta off because he's stopped the proceedings here. And the referee, I don't think can actually send him off because he hasn't got medical treatment. TÜRKİYE want a VAR check for something. The referee has paused the match up for the time being. There's a VAR check in progress for what? I don't know. He's having a look at something. He's got 6 minutes of stoppage time. We've already played 2 of those. So there's a red card action apparently under investigation here. Salvadorian referee has seen something here. Oh, Miguel Almiron might be in trouble here. This is the new rule. You cannot cover your mouth. Yeah, red card, yeah. That is a new rule. After what we saw in the Champions League, you cannot cover your mouth and say something to an opposition player during the game. Miguel Almiron is sent off. And that is by the book of the law. You cannot cover your mouth on the pitch and say something. That's what we saw to Vinicius Jr. in the Champions League. So Miguel Aaron has to walk. He knows the rules. They all know the rules. And he's an absolute howler there. And he's an absolute man. He might not have said anything bad, but you cannot do that on the pitch. After Vinicius Jr. and the Argentinian from Benfica had that confrontation during the Champions League, this rule was brought in for this World Cup, and that has been applied perfectly by the referee. So a flash point, red card Paraguay. They're down to 10 and Türkiye attacking. Kenan Yildiz. Border back post. Demiral was running in. Galaza just up in the air. Pitta charges it down. Loose touch. And Ciso for Pitta. We've had 4 minutes already of stoppage time. I could have only played 30 seconds of that. Kenan Yildiz looking to play an out of the goal there. Away by Kubas. Ball caught by a TÜRKİYE fan and given straight back to Kenan Yildiz. Here is Mulder, who brought to attention the referee. The mouth covering. Demiral. And a play against Alonso. So Julio and Ciso from 0-0. Assisting the goal in the first minute. Looking good in this game. And then getting sent off. Almiron, pardon me. Kenan Yildiz. Çalhanoğlu. Kadioglu. Goulet. Çalhanoğlu around the corner. Didn't reach him. Hook clear. Paraguay rear guard here looking solid. Yüksek. Over the crossbar and always rising. And this might be enough for Paraguay just to run some more clock here in this first half. Paraguay are 1 to the good on the goal on the score sheet, but 1 less in terms of the players in the park. It's going to be the classic battle second half of defense versus attack. Galaza brought down. Foul, says the referee. We'll see a lot of this now in this game. Arkun just nicked him there on the way through. Gil. Great flick out from Diego Gomez. And Galaza, that's wasteful. Especially with the amount of chances they're going to be limited. He has to be better there, Galaza. Jakir goes long. Gustavo Gomez winning another duel in the air. He's going to be heroic in this game if they're going to get the victory. Çalhanoğlu now. Arkun now. Türkiye getting at the Paraguay backline. Mulder. Arkun again. Working in tandem on the right-hand side here. Roll ball into the middle. Kadioglu now. Pull into the channel. Cut back. Oh, almost reaches Aktakoglu. Oh, the Reds in the way, though. We're in the 8th minute of stoppages. Out of the goal there. Out of feet. Shot. Narrowly wide of the near post. From Ismail Yüksek. Alfonso Alfaro wants the whistle, but it took them 3 minutes just to get back underway after the VAR check. Turkey still trying to find that finish, that effort on goal to be the point of difference in this one. Ball into midfield. Arda Güler picks it up. He's got Akgun and Mulder on the right of him. It is going to Akgun. Ball back into Arda Güler. Dropped off to Akgun. Chopping inside. Turkey continue to come. Paraguay deeper and deeper. Long range effort blocked away by Kurbas. Bardacci. Ball in, away by Gustavo Gomez. Put back into a dangerous area. Pat loose and that one's allowed to be ran wide by Gil. Still we play. Probably 20 more seconds to go in these first half stoppages. Don't switch off now. Arda Güler, crossfield ping. Seconds to be won. Yusek won it. Kenan Yildiz. Now with Kalinoglu. Hakan. Great block by Gustavo Gomez. He goes to ground and I think he's fine, but the referee has to stop the game. Feels like he's in the way every single time for Paraguay. Quite a dramatic drop to his backside there. And now to the 10th minute of stoppages. Lofted ball in. Alderete heads away. Demiral had it nicked off him. Cáceres again. We've played 10 minutes of stoppages. I've predicted 6. Akun. Great foot in by Galaza, but can't get out. Put out a play by Arda Güler. It's going to be a Paraguay throw. And at last, after 10 and a half minutes of stoppages, the first half comes to an end. An absolutely mental first 45 minutes. Galaza scored inside of a minute and a half. From there, Türkiye continued to pile on the pressure. It all boiled over, and it continues to boil over here as the players and staff come to forefront, and the referee's in the middle of all of this. It is going to boil over here. Paraguay and Türkiye are not good friends right now. And in the end of it all, Miguel Almiron, after covering his mouth and saying something to Mulder, were sent off just before the end of the first half. We played 10 minutes of stoppages, but as it currently stands, Türkiye trail, Paraguay 1-0. Do not leave after half-time, guys. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. This is going to be box off for second half. It's Türkiye 0, Paraguay 1. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we're back. Second half action is going to be absolutely mental. If you missed, pardon me, if you missed the first 45 minutes, well, you missed chaos. It was more like 52 minutes by the time everything came to an end. We had a red card for Miguel Almiron. Galaza scored inside of 90 seconds. The ball lived in the Paraguay half. 78% possession for Türkiye. They had 12 shots, 5 corner kicks. It was fights with the referee. There was fights with each other. The staff were getting yellow cards. It had everything. Paraguay and Türkiye are not best friends right now. Let's just say that. So Yilmaz coming on for Artukoglu will lead the line then. And it looks like Pizza off and Bobadilla on for Paraguay. So here we go. A crazy second half. If Paraguay win this from this position, I would be absolutely stunned. So Bobadilla comes on. More insurance in midfield and without the football now. Pizza's off and Yilmaz on ahead of Kartakoglu. He didn't really fire a shot in the first half. Second half action now, seconds away. The countdown is on. So we're back underway. Julio and Ciso and Paraguay gets kicked off. They're kicking from left to right in their change navy blue strip. TÜRKİYE in their change white strip from right to left. Paraguay have an early lead thanks to Galaza, but are down to 10 men thanks to Miguel Almiron covering his mouth and saying something to Murda, the right back from TÜRKİYE. TÜRKİYE had all the chances, all the possession, but couldn't make the most of it. It's still 1-0 to Paraguay, and they're holding on for dear life here in the second half in San Francisco. The final game of 4 very, very entertaining matches today. Ball on the channel there. Ball whipped in early. Yilmaz couldn't get on the end of it. Well, they're back into play. Demiral, Bardacci. TÜRKİYE sliding, and we want to try and keep Uruguay in motion and moving left to right to potentially find a gap in behind. Demiral! Oh, what a hit! Oh, that was dipping. That's the way you can break down a low block, is just have a whack from 30-odd yards out. To throw for 30, Kadioglu. He's going up against his teammate Diego Gomez in the opposition. And former Brighton player Julio Ciso up there as well for Paraguay. Let's catch it across to Mulder. Uzek in midfield. So Yilmaz now to lead the line. Kartakoglu coming off. Then we'll time for Pizzeria for Paraguay. That's a dangerous looking ball. Yilmaz drifted out wide. It took a nick. Corner kick for TÜRKİYE inside 2 minutes in the second half. Corner kick taken by the Goulet. It's a whip ball in. Dealt with by Diego Gomez. And he heads it away. Out of danger. We'll put in by Akun. Chancy edge of the area. Hakan Kalhanoglu. Kenan Yildiz likes these situations. Kenan Yildiz side netting. To try and feint right and then go on his left foot and kill the near post, but unable to do so. Paraguay throw. Taking by Cáceres. Gets the count from the referee. He must have out of play. Ball goes the way of Paraguay again. So another Cáceres throw on his near right-hand side for Paraguay. Long throw towards the middle of the box, headed away by Akun. Out to Gustavo Gomez. Now Alonso, sorry. He runs out of play. Paraguay lose that possession there. Bardacci Freddy Kadioglu making the run left-hand channel. Ignores him and uses out of the goulet. The ball eventually reaches Kadioglu, but unable to take it under control. The Caceres throw. Broken up there. Kadioglu knocks it around the corner to Mull there. That good. Lay the ball back to Kadioglu. Crossfield ball. It is Freddy Kadioglu there. The dangerous ball by Badachi. Well cleared away though by Gustavo Gomez. He's been the brick wall defensively for Paraguay. And if they win this game, he will undoubtedly be man of the match. Kadioglu again. TÜRKİYE will be thinking, not again. Not against another low block. Can we not break them down? Kadioglu. Another important block there. And Cisse looks to get the side free with Galaza. He'll look to try and be brought to ground. Even better, he wins a throw from Kadioglu. Galaza on a yellow card. He remains the only one on the booking in this one. So free kick and an opportunity for Paraguay to whip something in. Diego Gomez drills it across the box. Oh, the Rete was at the back stick. That's careless from Rete, laying a shoulder into Freddy Kadioglu. The Sunderland and Brighton men coming toe-to-toe there. So here they come again. Kenan Yildiz. Kadioglu. Kadioglu. Then for TÜRKİYE. Badachi. Yildiz. Skips past the Gomez challenge. The cutback's on. All dealt with though by Kubas. Diego Gomez for seconds. Just hoiks that clear. Badachi had a problem. And Cisse, great pressing. Wins Paraguay throw further up the pitch. Cisse all alone up there as that sort of false nine. Caceres quickly with the throw. The flick on for Galaza's out of play. Love for the TÜRKİYE staff and Vincenzo Montaigne talk about. Yilmaz fouling. The Paraguayan there. Referee not having any of that. Rete going to ground. So more precious seconds on the clock for Paraguay. Diego Gomez flicked head up. Onwards is broken up there by Yusek. TÜRKİYE have to come again here. Has to be an absolute onslaught for 40 minutes here. I feel like it should be the accumulation of pressure rather than out-and-out quality because TÜRKİYE failed to break down low blocks now. Back-to-back games. If the pressure keeps building, a chance will come. They've already hit the upright and the crossbar in one action. Out of the goulet. Kadioglu likes it from long range. How can Kadioglu looking to tee one up? Demirel. Already attempted a long range effort. Yilmaz. Brought to ground, but No foul against Galaza. And Enciso's away. There's a 2-on-2 counter-attack with Galaza and Enciso. Türkiye backpedaling Enciso. Oh, great foot in by Bardacci. Really well read from him. Türkiye back the other way with Arda Güler. A flute to Kenan Yildiz. Cáceres in the way. He's had a chase down by Diego Gomez. Referee says nothing doing. So we play on. So now they're with 9. Paraguay. Kenan Yildiz. Slip ball around the corner for Kadioglu. Got to get it past the final defender. Advantage play. Demiral. Kadioglu. Honestly, this game has been breathtaking. It's been end-to-end. The jeopardy large. Bartakaji. Oh, ball in is stunning. Yusek couldn't get on the end of it. The best delivery we've seen in this matchup. Yusek was there. Just getting a little flick on it. Redirected to the near post. Bardacci. Beautiful. Ball in between the backline and the goalkeeper. That's where you want it. But no Türkiye plucking on the end of it. Galaza's second-minute goal. Still the difference. Still Türkiye search for a response. Still Paraguay defend with 10. Riveting. Just riveting stuff here. The final game of this full game a day match day. USA winning 2-0 against Australia earlier. 1-0 Morocco over Scotland. 3-0 Brazil over Haiti. And currently 1-0 Paraguay over Türkiye. Yildiz chopping inside. Kadioglu, it's more central now. Little dink ball. Kalanoglu couldn't quite get control of it. Goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Beautiful weight to that pass from Ferdi Kadioglu. Hakan Kalanoglu, we need a lot to score from there. As such, hits it over. More precious seconds off the clock for Gil. Diego Gomez once again competing, but ball's kept in play. Kadioglu. Demiral back to his keeper, Kachia. Bardacci. Back to Demiral. Türkiye work from back to front now. Ball for Mulder to go and chase and charge forward. He's got space to charge into. Looking for that pass in the channel, but really well read by Galaza, the goal scorer. Surely this pressure tells. Surely, once one goes in, the floodgates open for Türkiye. That's what their fans will be hoping for. Kadioglu. Demiral. Tees one up. It's bounced in front of the keeper. He's been beaten to it. The keeper's nowhere. Oh, and he's coming collected eventually. Off Akgun. Long-range bouncing efforts might be the key here for Türkiye and get players to charge in off the follow-ins. See how Messi did that for Argentina a couple of days ago. He took a touch off a defender and then bounced in front of Gil. And in the end, it's a really, really good stop with his left hand there. And then doesn't get there ahead of Yusek. But once the block's been made of Akgun, reacts to the follow-up. So Chanuzun coming on and so Akgun and Yusek and Chanuzun and Gil on. So the Frankfurt superstar Chanuzun, he started the season off so well for Frankfurt when they were flying out the block, scoring goals for fun. He also had a slow finish to the season, as did Kenan Yildiz. This ball come off Diego Gomez and somehow not seen there by the linesman. So a throw in favour of Paraguay. And they'll take their time to get this ball back in action. The count's been given. And Ciso, great turn. It's Ciso! It's Ciso! Oh! Oh, he did all the hard work. Julio and Ciso. That could have been the match for Paraguay. Oh, he's manufactured it out of nothing. He somehow wriggled his way past 3 TÜRKİYE defenders. And the shot was just, it's wide. Lacked the precision. We're an hour in now, half an hour to go. Don't leave your seats, ladies and gents. Yilmaz, ball in blocked. Galaza clears. And seems there's some chasing here. That as far as Bardacci, Kalanoglu now. A lot of creative players, not including this man, Chanuzun. Someone who's capable of a spectacular, we know that. If you've watched the Bundesliga this campaign. Arda Güler, Yilmaz. Pull in. Not dealt with, and Ciso can take it down. Touch got away from him. Arda Güler. Looking to find that pass. Mulden out there wide now. Arda Güler. Gets back to him. Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz. Left foot. Stands it up. Oh, headed effort from Gul. Straight into the hands of Gil. Really lacked the power ahead of him. Then it's Gul. TÜRKİYE are coming. And they're coming again with channels on. Pressure building. Give and go. Kenan Yildiz. Kenan Yildiz. Rolls it wide. His first real shooting effort. An opportunity for Kenan Yildiz today. Oh, we've seen that before from Kenan Yildiz. Unable to get the accuracy on the bend of that ball to find the far corner. There's the chance for Julio and Ciso. Chop past 2. Skip past Demiral and then just couldn't get it on target. He lost balance at the last moment. Gustavo Alfaro. Hands overhead. Can't believe he has and made it 2-0. 2-0, the game's over, you think. Channels on. TÜRKİYE come again. Gomez goes down. And the referee shouldn't be stopping proceedings for that. Vincenzo Montella, I would be with him. It's a joke that he's stopped the play there. Oh, it's rubbish. Gomez goes to the ground. Look, he's doing what he has to do. Has to go off, though. The referee has stopped the game. Has to go off. This is why they brought the rules in. No nonsense. So they're playing against 9 now, TÜRKİYE. Is this their chance? Güler. Yilmaz. Skips past the challenge. Cut back on. Put behind. Corner kick. TÜRKİYE fans rise again. Yilmaz. Güler. Offside. What a waste from TÜRKİYE. "25 minutes to go." Well dealt with. Follow-up is there. But of course, Paraguay are not going to look for the ball. They look to defend. Diego Gomez is back on. Kenan Yildiz looking for the bar line. Caceres has been unbelievable defensively all day long. Channels on. TÜRKİYE throw. To be fair to Diego Gomez, he is struggling. He's limping. Bardacci releases the channel zone. Demiral. Oh, that's not it. So Velasquez comes on for Diego Gomez. He must have taken a pretty serious knock to that knee to be substituted. What's going on here? I do not know what is happening in this game. Like, some of the things that are going on are just mental. Demiral wins ahead. A channels on. Around the corner. And Yilmaz gives the foul away. And there's a drinks break. What is going on? What is happening in this game? It is hard to explain. We've got a drinks break, though. I'll be gone for a short minute. Still Paraguay 1-0, despite going down to 10 men. And the Dark Arts are in fine force right now. We're back. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get here in the final moments, but it's going to be mental. And then Mali comes on for Türkiye. I think Akun has been replaced here. Yeah, Akun. No. Fedi Kadioglu's been replaced. So El Mali on for Kadioglu. Akun's been replaced by, Deniz Gul. Chanozun's on. Yilmaz is on. Bobadil is on. And Velasquez is on for Paraguay as well. Time is ticking away. 20 minutes to go in this one. The goal in the second minute remains the difference. Straight off the bench and straight in the book for El Mali. We've got the ultimate combination of just shithousery here and bickering. I thought the South Americans matching up would be that, but Paraguay and Türkiye might have given us the ultimate shithousery matchup. Could this be the chance to make it 2-0 for Paraguay? And Ciso, so deep, head into a dangerous area. Tell me about Kalanoglu. Oh, Caceres misread that one. Chanozun can come away with it. And Ciso again. He's been superb. Kept alive by Galaza. A space on the far side here for Türkiye on the far right. Oh, what a waste from Yilmaz. Getting boos as well. Fair play. That is a waste of an opportunity. Türkiye had numbers, they had the movement. It just has to do better. Oh, it's ridiculous. And that's why Türkiye are where they are right now. They do not have an ability to break down a low block. They don't have the quality on the football in the final third. Despite the names they have, they're not producing. The midfield and back line have done a good job, but going forward, they just haven't got the edge. 20 attempts, following their 20-plus attempts versus Australia, yet to score. Versus a low block versus Australia, versus 10 men today versus Paraguay. Mali, Yildiz, Chanozun, Bardacci, now have Hakan Kalanoglu. He's probably the one guy that's allowed to shoot from outside the box and has yet to do so. Yilmaz has to be better. Chops inside and whips that ball in. Poor delivery. Caceres away. And a battle out there between Galaza and Kalanoglu. Demiral wins the seconds. Kaçıyor for Türkiye. They continue to charge forward. There's a ball in. Oh, Gil. Had to make it an important touch as that cross became a shot. Another ball in. Not fully dealt with. Edge of the area. Kalanoglu. Heavy first touch. Looked to have caught the Paraguayan. Advantage plays on. Alonso away. Down the line. It was Bardacci shaping across the ball. Looked across the ball, but the cross almost was magnetised to the goal face. They come again here. El Mali. Uzun. Around the corner, Demiral. Yilmaz. That is Mulder. Now Yilmaz. Ball in blocked. Corner kick. Türkiye continue to charge. Quarter of an hour to play. Still Paraguay 1, Türkiye 0. Just heard the stat there. 8 passes completed by Paraguay in this second 45. They have been absolutely rock solid defensively. Header took a nick. It's going to be another corner kick. Mulder's header taking a nick on the way through. Alderete in the way. So again, TÜRKİYE corner. Again, Arda Güler. The Real Madrid attacker. Trying to manufacture something for his country here. Outswinging ball. No one got onto it. That's a hit from Çalhanoğlu. Body's in the way. Galaza goes forward. To no one in particular. El Amali. Pressure on the touch. That second minute goal, the difference. Still, though, TÜRKİYE come. Still, I believe they can find a way, but from where and when? Yilmaz. Underlapping run for El Amali. Keeps it alive. Put out a play by Kubas again. Another corner kick. Arda Güler again. TÜRKİYE fans still believe. Güler's outswinger. Not fully dealt with. Was there a hand? There was. From Deniz Gül. Chance missed again for TÜRKİYE from the corner kick. He had his hands down by his waist there, but did look to try and control it. So they go long down the line. Çalhanoğlu flying in. Body's flying in on him as well. Galaza hits him. Still momentum in favour of TÜRKİYE. Can Uzun. Still Can Uzun. TÜRKİYE coming again. Kenan Yildiz. Shaping on that right foot. Can Uzun. Brought to ground. No fouls to the referee. El Amali. Bardacci. Dangerous ball in. Oh, the header wide for Mulder. Mulder always in the box and always a dangerous option. As Paraguay prepare their final substitution, I believe. No, the third substitution. It's going to be Maidana coming on the pitch here. A lot of head scratching by a lot of TÜRKİYE fans. As they continue to pepper away at the goal. They'll be unable to find an answer. And to be honest with you, Julio and Siso's two half chances have been the best of the half. Cáceres. Oh, great footwork from Cáceres. Galaza. Play. Paraguay free kick though. Got all the ball. I don't know what the Paraguay players are concerned about. He's having none of it, the referee. I love this from him. Throw the ball in or you're going to lose it. Fantastic refereeing today in very, very difficult situation for this referee today. Yilmaz comes away with it. Arda Güler. Couldn't imagine anything worse than having a referee game like this. It's great to watch. It'd be awful out there to officiate. Demiral. Mulder. Yilmaz. Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu fizzes one into Kenan Yildiz. A great first touch. Yildiz on his right. Sets it up. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Mulder. Demiral. And it came to the worst possible player in the box. Oh, he just skied it. Kill goes to ground again. Semiana on. Caceres off. Oh, that's a bold call. He's been unreal. Maybe just some fresh legs. Maidana on. Kanoglu. Türkiye's time running very slim now. Cool there. Uzun. Yildiz. Uzun. Uzun! Oh! Narrowly wide of the near post. Almost wrong-footed. Killing goal. The real big problem being for Türkiye right now, obviously they need to find a goal. But after they do, that's only for a point. And in the situation, that's another underwhelming performance on this side. Perfect for Kenan Yildiz, finding channels on. He got the ball at his feet quickly and did the right thing, trying to wrong foot the keeper to the near post. Just couldn't find the target. Yildiz looking to skip on, but running into the Paraguayan brick wall. Couple of keepy ups from Hill. Demiral for Türkiye. Pardaci. This Paraguayan low block, so tough to make through. Yilmaz. The floating ball. It's a no one in particular. It's another Paraguay throw. Deep in their own half. A throw to no one in particular. Uzun tries to turn. Kachir. Heads off his line. And then a loose touch on Kalanoglu out of play for a Paraguay throw. Forward of halfway. Back by Martorete. An elbow on Julio Enciso means Paraguay get a free kick. More chance to take time off the clock. Bodaci making a mistake there, fouling Julio Enciso. So then Julio Enciso. Oh, is it? Oh, what's a save? Shakir again. Oh, Alonso nearly the hero. Rolling ball against Kachir. Kachir ready. Further forward. Here's Mulder. Yilmaz is the better action for them. Quicker from Türkiye. But then Paraguay get every number behind the ball. All 10 men behind it. Gule. Yilmaz. Ball in. Is that the chance? Oh! Dennis Gould can't tap it over in front of goal. Oh, he just missed his kick. Once again, though, Gustavo Gomez in the way. Burdacci comes off after a solid game. And Kochu on. We're going to get a lot of stoppage time. Velasquez long. Arda Güler. Now it's on the right. Arda Güler. Took a nick. Corner kick. He'll go over and take this one, Arda Güler. Arda Güler's out. Swinger. Dealt with by Gustavo Gomez again. There's a foul in there somewhere. Couple of Colombian fans in the house. Murda again headed. Güler inside. Alderete battling away. It's a hack kick forward. Straight into the penalty box in the grateful hands of Gil. Paraguay have just shy of 3 minutes. Plus some stoppages to go here. Taking a huge 3 points in Group D. What a response after the howlers and the embarrassment of that 4-1 loss to the USA. Galaza, who goes to the ground and is to be fouled by the linesman there. And the man who scored the goal so early on in this game might go down as a hero here. Knew what he was doing. Looked over his shoulder once the shove came. Went to ground. Very, very silly for Elman. Julio Enciso for this set piece. Stands one up. Gustavo Gomez was in there. TÜRKİYE can't get rid at the moment. Enciso battling away with Kenan Yildiz. TÜRKİYE went out. Winners of that one there. But here it comes again for TÜRKİYE. 89th minute now. Kochu. Searching ball. Yilmaz. Ozun! Oh, what a save! Oh, he put it wide. Dennis Gould has had 2 huge chances. And what a save from Gillingall. Who's denied Channels on a certain goal, I thought. TÜRKİYE can't buy a goal. Yilmaz down the line. Perfect ball for him. Sets up on the penalty spot for Chanuzun, who can't find the corner. And then Dennis Gould from point blank range missed the target. Oh. It is heartbreak for TÜRKİYE unless they can find a way later on. Mulder. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Arda Güler. Yilmaz. Block cross. Away it goes. Enciso up the pitch. He beats them around to it. Julio Enciso is 1v4. Julio Enciso keeps his feet from Demiral. Enciso. They've got numbers up there now. Shot blocked. Why did he take the shot on? Galaza saw his name in lights. Who's on the other way? TÜRKİYE come again. The 90's been played. We've got 7 minutes to stop his time. Güler fouled. Double change needed for Paraguay. Julio Enciso makes way. Avalos on. And Canale on for Galaza, who's also going down with cramp. What a shift from Julio Enciso. The stretch is on for Galaza. That is Galaza's effort. Inside of 90 seconds, a rocket from outside the box, a low-driven effort, bottom right corner. Special moment for Galaza. And he has put in an absolute shift. And I hate using the analogy, but he's ran like a donkey out there, continuing to chase down loose balls. But he's been far from a donkey. He's been a goat today for Paraguay. He stretched it off for Paraguay. Out of the play short. Çalhanoğlu now. Does he fancy himself? No, he doesn't. Koçu. Dink ball over the top. Paraguay can get rid of it here. They've just smartly just gone for space. Let that ball run into it. TÜRKİYE come back with it. 2 minutes of 7 played in stoppage time. Çalhanoğlu, Koçu, Muller. El Mali across to Gul. Le Yildiz. Ball in. That's a shove in the back. And then it's Gul. So probably the worst possible performance. Came off the bench in the 60th minute. And a 30 minutes of rubbish from him. And this is awful from TÜRKİYE. Gustavo Alfaro and his nation of Paraguay here are very close to a memorable World Cup result in San Francisco. Second ball there to be won. Paraguay there to win it though. TÜRKİYE come away with it. Foul away of Paraguay. Bobadilla fouled. More time off the clock for Paraguay. Velázquez will take this kick. Crossfield ping from him. Right, competing by Avalos. A throw one out there on the far side by Alonso, who alongside his 3 other defenders have done a fantastic job today. So Alonso's long throw into Avalos. Second ball there, Koçu gets it. Poor clearance. Can Paraguay find a way through? Just to put the icing on the cake. Velázquez. That's time to cross one in. Back stick. Oh. Mulder got rid of it. Canale, they had the back post out of the goal there. Turns away from trouble. And then got bailed out by the trip. Kaçıyor. Get us going again. Time ticking and ticking for TÜRKİYE. They need the moment now. Otherwise, their World Cup will be over. Ball dealt with around the corner. Hakan cannot get us out of the park. Now with Uzun. He's got Yildiz on the left. It is Yildiz. Chops inside again. Kenan Yildiz shot blocked. Uzun. Oh, 10 Paraguay players here. So compact. Remember, they went down to 10 men with Miguel Almiron being sent off just before half-time. They've had the whole second half with 10 men. They've held on so well. They've barely completed a pass in the second half. But TÜRKİYE have not found a way through. Uzun. Shot blocked again. Velasquez in the way. The veteran. TÜRKİYE peppering away. 6 of 7 minutes played. Ball whipped in. The header! Oh, it's wide. And Demiral almost had his moment. Oh, no. Demiral could have been the hero for TÜRKİYE. He's onside. He's in between the two centre-halves. It's great contact. It's just not on target. Inches away. Always spinning wide of the mark, though. Demiral's had 2 or 3 big opportunities in this game here. None of which have hit the target. 31 attempts on goal for TÜRKİYE in this one. Still without a goal. Still without a goal in this World Cup. Despite all the attempts they've had across the Australia game and now this game versus Paraguay. 45 minutes plus against less than equal numbers. Paraguay have had 10 men for so long now. Another important challenge. Put behind by Jose Canale. Corner kick TÜRKİYE. This is it for them. You think 30 seconds max left in this one. Right-footed out swinger. Not a good delivery. That ball is dealt with. The referee's not looking to his watch just yet. They come again. Dangerous ball in. Then his goal had it touch off his foot. It's clear. As far as out the goal there. Uzun. Trying to cut inside. Can Uzun. Foul on Can Uzun. Free kick. Kubas fouling. This is the last chance, surely. We've played a minute and a half extra. This is going to be it. Out of the goal there of Real Madrid on the ball. The goalkeeper, Kaçıyor, is up. Guler. Dangerous area. Not fully dealt with. Hakan oh, pulled it wide. That's going to be that, you think. That is that! Paraguay have won! An historic and famous Paraguay victory at the World Cup finals. 10 men of Paraguay have beaten TÜRKİYE. And they've been embarrassed yet again. But it is that goal in the just past the first minute by Galaza and an inspired defensive effort by 10 men Paraguay. They get the better of TÜRKİYE. History made here by Paraguay. They live to fight another day in Group D. 80% possession, 32 shots, and 630 passes was not enough to get past Paraguay's 20% possession and 7 shots on goal. Yildiz, Güler, Çalhanoğlu, Atakoglu and company all fall short. And Paraguay, Galaza, Enciso, and led by Gustavo Alfaro have got the job done tonight. What a display from Paraguay. They win 1-0 versus TÜRKİYE. TÜRKİYE out of the World Cup. Paraguay, a massive matchup versus Australia. Match day 3 to see who makes it through to the round of 32. It's Paraguay 1, TÜRKİYE 0. What a game tonight. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's been absolute box office here today. Paraguay winners on the night.